Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for joining in. And first off, I would like to thank everyone who have supported me, who have subscribed to this channel, and who have been liking and watching my videos. And I hope you are enjoying all of the content that I put out. And if you know anyone who you think may also enjoy or like my content, go ahead and share my channel and my videos. Now, and go ahead and subscribe to this channel if you're watching now and you have not subscribed. Now, in this video today, I'm going to share with you how I took wooden pieces and turned them into Mother's Day decorations for my tier tray here in my island in the kitchen, which is the hub of my home. So come on in, guys, and let me share with you how I did it. Here are all of the items that I'm going to use for this project, and they all came from the Dollar Tree. And this is a mason. I'm probably going to paint over this, remove this and paint over it, or use the back side of it. And this is a stack of fake books that also came from the Dollar Tree a few months back, and I had already started painting it for another project, but I think I'm going to decided not to use it, so I'm using it for this project. And most of these pieces did not have to be sanded down, so they were good to go for me to go ahead and start painting it. And I'm going to be using this chalk paint, which is the white Waverly chalk paint, on all of these pieces. And my next step is to take a piece of coarse sandpaper and go around the edge of each piece to give it a rustic look around the edges. That's the look that I was going for these items. Now here you can see this is what it looks like around the edges. I was trying to get a little more of the brown coming out around the edge to make it look a little rustic on each piece. Then my next step is to get a wet paper towel and wipe down all of the pieces and get all of the dust off of there from the sanding, so it'll be nice and smooth and clear to add in my stencil. Now my stencil, you'll see here, I took a piece of heavy cardstock and I print out what I wanted to say on each piece using my cutting machine. And for these size pieces, you may be able to find stencils in the store, but because I have a cutting machine and I didn't want to buy any, and I wanted to use paint and not use the vinyl stick paper that also can be used for the cutting machines, I decided to do this. Now with me doing this, because the words are so small, I got some Elmer's glue, and I'm going to put a good bit of glue on the back of this around the lettering, because they're so small. I want them to stick really well as I paint it on here. But you will also see that I'm going to take a tool, one of my Cricut tools for my cutting machines, and I'm just going to go in and make sure that it's no excess glue hanging in there where the paint will stick on the wood. And here you see also I'm making sure that I'm pressing down around the lettering to make sure that it sticks really well. And I'm using a small brush to apply this stencil on the paint on here. Again, because the lettering is really small, I want to get around the edges of each letter really well using a sponge or a sponge brush. I've tried it. It did not work. It did, but it did not look like I wanted it to look around the edges. And you'll see here, this is the first step. I've finished. I've gotten them on. And then the next step is I'm going to take my smaller brush and go in on all of the letters that needed the white spot. And again, because these are small lettering, it's hard to get that small of a stencil there because I made the stencil with my cutting machine. So I'm going back in with my paintbrush, and I'm just gonna paint the O's, the B's, and where they're supposed to be white. That's what I did here. And this is what it looks like when I was finished with it. And guys, here I'm just adding in a second layer of, and that's the good thing about the cutting machines. When you're making these stencils, you can do it however you want. And this stencil called for the second layer to put the word kitchen here. So that's just what I'm doing on this piece. Next step is to add in a thin layer of Mod Podge using a matte finish and not the glossy finish. And I wanted to keep the rustic look on it, so that's why I used the matte. And this is what it looks like when they were finished. Now my next step is to start decorating each piece, and I'm going to be using these ribbons and the jute rope and some of these little flowers that I found at the Dollar Tree. And I'm going to hot glue all the pieces on here. This is what they look like when I've completed them, and I'm satisfied with the way they look. I wanted to do something a little different this time. I'm always using my vinyl stick paper from my cutting machine to make the lettering and the words for most of my projects, but I wanted to try something different with using the stencil and using paint. And this is what they look like, and I'm satisfied with the look. And I have my home now decorated for Mother's Day. This little tier tray is what I decorate just about every holiday, and I usually do it for my island in the hub of my home. So that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoy the video. Share it, like it, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't, so you can get future notifications on all of my videos. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for all of your support, and have a wonderful and blessed day. Bye-bye.